So our third storyteller of the day is a professional actor, director, educator, and theater artist, based primarily out of the Wilma Theater. Currently directing The Good Person of Szechuan there at the Wilma. Check it out, y'all. He is also a part-time ceramicist, full-time father, and Capricorn clown from a small town in conservative Central Florida. Y'all give it up for Justin Jane!
All right. Yes. It's perfect. I have no notes. That's what every artist wants to hear, right? This kind of like reaching of the pinnacle that everything you've ever worked for has finally hit its target and you have become a master at your craft. But for a 20-year-old aspiring theater artist who carries enough Filipino Catholic guilt to employ a whole warehouse of therapists, that kind of sentiment is a big red flag that something is amiss. It's perfect. I have no notes. What would have been more transparent in my case would be hearing something like, your otherness frightens me and my academic wisdom is threatened by your challenging of the status quo, and so I'm going to put a stop to this right now. So the year is 2003, and I am one of 2 Asian American theater students in my entire school of theater. And we are in a post 9/11 America. Dave Matthews Band is on the radio, and I'm on the 5th Harry Potter book, which had just come out. I am also in my junior year of college, where I'm going into my 2nd year of voice and speech, where we are to learn dialects and accents. All of the things that an actor should know. Standard British or RP, derivative British accents, American accents, and then a final project where we're supposed to choose an accent that speaks to us and then teach that to the entire class. So for this final project, all of my classmates are choosing European or American accents. Candace is choosing the mid-Atlantic accent, Brian is choosing Irish, and Amanda is choosing Russian. And our teacher, a 50-year-old cis male hetero white guy, is so elated at this eclectic mix of accents because he knows them like the back of his hand. The black student is choosing Jamaican and I'm choosing Chinese because we are sure as hell sure that we won't be doing a Scottish soldier any day soon. So yeah, sidebar, in 2003, the highest commercial success that was available for people who look like me was either doing Miss Saigon or A King and I or a Flower Drum Song, or perhaps the most racist of them all, M Butterfly, which, surprise, Opera Philadelphia is doing next month. The industry quickly taught me that for me to get ahead, I had to engage in material that was about white saviors for the white gaze. That's what the future of theater meant for me. Anyway, it became evidently clear how supported all of the other students would be and how unsupported I would be. When Brian had questions about his French accent, teacher was so invested. Was he from northern France? And if so, what region? Ooh, and what class was he? When I had questions about regional Chinese accents, I was pointed to Jackie Chan movies. This is true. I didn't have any other teachers to turn to at this point. To this day, I've never had a teacher who looked like me. Have you had a teacher who looked like me? Don't answer that. So I was once again lurched into this figure it out yourself, Justin, moment. It's something us people who live in the margins are really good at recognizing and adapting very quickly to. I watched those Jackie Chan movies, and I added Bruce Lee and Jet Li and all these other Chinese movies. I trekked on the bus by myself to New York City to go to Drama Bookshop so I could buy a cassette tape of Chinese accents for actors. I scored and rescored that script I was working on like it was my full-time job. Without that professor, I taught myself. So presentation time came around, and it was time to share our monologue. So I did a monologue from David Henry Hwang's play called FOB. I then taught all of my classmates to say phrases like, I ran into my cousin at the cafe the other day. I taught everybody how the TH sound moves to a D or a T, as in, this tankless teacher is threatened by me. I also demonstrated how the O sound moves to an ow sound, as in, wow, this class is a joke. I shared with my class how I was hungry to play roles that were written for people like me, how I wanted to do accents that were for Asian bodies, and how I wanted something, anything in my training that just wasn't white. My entire class erupted in applause and got to their feet, and I turned to my teacher for some feedback, and what did he say? It's perfect. I have no notes. Wait, what? I just saw Melissa get a 10-minute note session about how the Northern Scottish dialect was shaped by ancient feudal tribes and how the tongue placement of her certain words was incorrect and could be slightly adjusted, and I get nothing? All I wanted was some feedback, some little nugget, even if it was validation, to let me know that I was on the right path or that I needed to go somewhere else so that I could grow as an artist. But wait, maybe it was perfect. Or wait, was he too scared to give me feedback? No, wait. Did he write me off even before I got up to perform? Why was I feeling so awful? Why did I feel like a violence had just happened despite passing the course with flying colors? So most schools, and indeed most Philly regional theaters, are predominantly white institutions. I didn't know what this meant back in 2003. We didn't talk about it the way we do now. That despite all the best intentions and the hiring practices of part-time staff, that with the affinity spaces and the curricular overhauls, I had to learn on my own that these systems were built for somebody else's success, for somebody else's gaze. And that for me to succeed in this industry, I had to have my own back and ally myself with people who lived in the margins of an already marginalized community. I graduated at the top of my class. I was cast every semester. I won the prestigious Director's Choice Award. And had it not been for professors, it's perfect, I have no notes, I probably wouldn't be the aggressive, big, bold artist I am today, one who is actively trying to center and recenter Asian American, Pacific Islander voices on the bigger Philly regional stages. And if I could tell that young actor who was scared, struggling, confused, trying desperately to please his predominantly white class with a Chinese accent, that someday he would be directing at the Wilma Theater, maybe, just maybe, he would believe that he was perfect, just the way he was. Thank you.
Amazing. Oh, wow. You know, I wasn't prepared for the depth of these stories, you know, and you know, First Person Art said, Jamie, you're supposed to get up here and banter and make people laugh. And then these incredible stories are told. Welcome to Outside of the Margins,
Yes.
right? Because you're stepping up and bringing these stories, right? Bringing these stories that are so important. And I thank you for it. Y'all support the good person of Szechuan. Because when we invest in it, that sends a signal to others that this work is important. Amen. So invest in it, okay? Yeah. Love to you.
Thank you. Running till April 21st. It is a 4-hour theater experience. So be prepared for that. And it's Brecht, and I can't wait to share it with you. Thank you.
Thank you. Wow.